Hey guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys, again, I know I said this in my other videos, but I just want to say a huge thank you for all of the love and well wishes sent over to Pops. It means everything. So thank you, thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. In the meantime, we also dropped a new episode of Hot Messy Podcast yesterday with Lala Kemp from Vanderpump Rules. So anywhere you get your podcast, or if you want the video version, you can go over to Hot Messy Podcast on YouTube and check it out there. Now, with that, guys, we're back to talk about Kyle Richards, who is receiving a lot of shade over a recent Instagram post, and Paris Hilton is shutting down, technically denying what her mother said on E! News. So lots to discuss, lots to talk about. Now, before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it's no secret that Kyle Richards' family just released their new show on Netflix, Buying Beverly Hills. Now, the show has been an absolute success, and I think it's honestly one of the best real estate shows so far, a reality real estate show. I feel like $1 Million Listing is sort of phasing out. Selling Sunset is great, but then now it's starting to get a little bit pre-produced. And Selling OC, I thought, was like a rock star version. Then, of course, you have La Agence. I believe that's how you say it in French, but that's also on Netflix. And Selling Tampa was not picked up for a second season. So with that, apparently Kyle had mixed feelings about her daughters being on reality TV, and she shared this in a recent Instagram post, and fans are not reacting very well. Even one Bravo celebrity in particular, she's also not reacting well, but this is what she said. I always said my daughters would not do reality television, and yet here we are. Ultimately, the decision came down to them. They are businesswomen and have followed in the best steps possible with, she put at her husband, Maurizio Umansky, leading the way in the real estate world. Okay, I'm so excited for them. I'm also scared, if I'm honest. At Farah, at Alexia, there will be times when you are misunderstood. People will say things about you that aren't true. Times where you want to explain the backstory, but your hands will be tied, your feelings will be hurt, and you will wish that you hadn't said or done certain things that can't be explained. But you know who you are, and people that know you know who you are. I love you, and I'm so proud and excited for you and to watch you shine. Now, I don't necessarily understand why anybody would be shading her for this, because who knows better than Kyle Richards? Kyle Richards has literally been through the ringer with her family, both of her sisters on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is all played out. And I think that for her, wanting to protect her daughters and wanting to give them that little piece of advice of, listen, reality TV, you're contracted. So if something's misunderstood or editing doesn't play in your favor, you can't step in front of that contract and try to explain yourself. You really just have to take the criticism, take it on the chin, and let people understand that, like, okay, well, you don't necessarily know the full story. I agree with that. Now, after Kyle's post, fellow Bravo celebrity Hannah from Below Deck Med commented on a screenshot of the message, which was shared by a popular fan account on Instagram. Now, Hannah is a big friend of the channel. Speaking of Pops earlier, who is going through some stuff, he loves Hannah. And Hannah, when I first met Pops like 2 years ago through Ancestry, it was so cool. And it was one of the best moments ever. But he was like talking about Hannah so much. And I messaged her and I said, will you jump on a FaceTime call and just say hi to him? Because his birthday was coming up, or it just passed actually. And she's like, yes, absolutely. I will jump on a call with him. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And he was so grateful and just obsessed. And she was pregnant at the time. She didn't have to do anything. Nobody has to do anything. But Hannah said, does she not have their iPhone numbers? She was pretty much indicating that Kyle should have sent this message or could have sent this message in private. Fans then reacted to Hannah's sentiment, sharing their thoughts about the post, saying, exactly. Like, seriously, they probably talk every day, equivalent to telling your spouse happy anniversary on Instagram. Another person put, it is a typical contrived and poor me Kyle type of statement. Public statement to her daughters, eliciting sympathy for herself. But she needed to steal some thunder. Always, everything has to be about her. See, that's not what I took away from that statement. I took away from it like fans are asking, why would you let your daughters be on the show? We know that a lot of fans were attacking her daughter, Portia, which is absolutely unacceptable and disgusting. And I think that this was her way of letting all the fans who kept asking her, like, what are your thoughts about this? She's like, okay, let me just one and done and dead this, right? Well, let's keep it moving. Paris Hilton is now reacting to her mom's recent statements regarding the fertility struggles that she and her husband Carter are having. And this was days after that she said her heart was breaking over Paris's supposedly unsuccessful efforts to get pregnant. Now, Paris is setting the rumor straight. She said, and this is what she told TMZ, I don't know where she got that. And she talked to TMZ while walking through LAX with Carter. She said, it's never been a struggle at all, and we don't talk about that. Paris is, for somebody who's so public, and she's been so public with her journey, she's also very private. I think she's private with the things that are important to her and that matter to her. And she is able to, at this point, separate, very much so like the Kardashians. This is what, well, maybe not the Kardashians, but this is what's going on in my personal life. Some things I get to keep sacred, and other things I'll share with you. You want to talk about like Provo? Let's talk about Provo. You want to talk about how I was raised, the struggles of the tape and everything else that came out, my time on Simple Life? Yes, let's do that. You want me to share my marriage with you? Paris in Love season 1 streaming. Go ahead. But for the fertility situation, I don't even want to call it struggles. I think that this was probably something that she didn't want to be talked about. She said, I have tons of embryos that have all just been waiting. We've been stocking up on a lot of them. She also went on to say that her first year of marriage has been the best year of her life. And her and Carter recently celebrated an insane 1-year anniversary party. Also, during the interview, after being questioned about whether or not she'd consider adopting in the future, Paris said, I'll adopt a dog. She wants to have her own baby, her own blood baby. And I think adoption is great. My mom was adopted. I think that, to each their own. Everybody has a different way of moving forward. And for her, she wants her own baby. Angelina Jolie had her own babies and then she adopted. I mean, it's all across the board. You can do whatever you want. And I don't think that's for us to judge. While appearing on E! News on Monday, Kathy suggested that although Paris and Carter were really happy 1 year after their wedding, they've been unable thus far to conceive a child. It breaks my heart because I know she is trying and trying, and I always say, you just relax. So many people, they struggle, and it just doesn't happen like that. All right. Well, we are still waiting to find out if Paris's mom, Kathy, will be on season 13 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She told TMZ that she absolutely would not if the cast was the same and the two, what she called bullies, were still on the show because they were intimidating other people. So those other people would not speak up. I'm curious to see how season 13, how the cast is going to shape up, but that's just something that we'll have to wait until the new year to find out. Now, in the meantime, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell for future videos to come. And also comment below and let us know, was Kyle in the wrong? Am I crazy to think that she wasn't? And how do you feel about Kathy talking about Paris on E! News and Paris feeling like she had to defend her fertility journey? Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Go ahead and comment below. Happy Saturday, everybody. I love you guys so much. And thank you for all of the positive healing and well wishes. Love you. Bye.